The XLY4 News Morning Sprint is brought to you by Park Gordon Law.
It is 6:52, time for the morning sprint to get you ready for a snowy Tuesday.
And Mark Peterson tracking this winter weather system expected to move out of the region today.
But first, we go to Caroline Flynn live on the I-90 overpass where roads are pretty slick this morning, Caroline.
They certainly are. We have heard from the city. They have their de-icer trucks back out this morning. They're going to be focusing mainly on the hilly areas first before they head into residential areas. Know that if you're going to be heading on I-90, there have been several collisions and spin-outs reported this morning. So definitely give yourself a little bit more time to get to where you got to go, especially if you're going to be heading on these roads. No significant delays yet, but that could change as more people get out as they head out on their morning commute.
And, of course, still with some light snow and very cold weather. Boy, those on and off ramps are usually very slippery. We take a look at what's happening with the rain snow radar, and we see it dying down. Cold weather's going to remain, so what snow has fallen is not going anywhere. Mount Spokane's picked up about an inch or so. We're going to have more on those totals, but more on that extended outlook. That's coming up.
Frigid temperatures. The city of Spokane is working to provide more support for the homeless. 2 of the city's 4 warming centers will extend their hours this week. The shelters have been at or near capacity for the last month, but every morning they have to close their doors due to staffing. Thanks to extra volunteers this week, the Ermina Center will be open until 9 a.m. and the Cannon Center will stay open all day.
The move comes just as the city's sit and lie ordinance is about to be enforced again. It prohibits people from sitting or laying down in public spaces from 6 p.m. to midnight. 6 a.m. to midnight. I had it right the first time. The ordinance was suspended in November following protests from homeless advocates who said the ordinance was unfair. But now that the city has provided those additional 275 shelter beds, the law will go back into effect on Friday.
Tonight, the president will address the nation in his rescheduled State of the Union address. It was originally scheduled for a week ago, but was postponed due to the government shutdown. President Trump is expected to touch on the high cost of prescription drugs, infrastructure, and national security. The theme of the address is said to be, quote, choosing greatness. You can watch it live as well as the response from the Democratic Party right here on KXLY4 tonight at 6. If you aren't able to get to a TV, you can also stream it on KXLY.com or our Facebook page.
Lawmakers in Olympia are considering a bill that would raise fees to buy studded tires from $5 per tire to $100 and eventually ban them altogether. House Bill 1309 would phase out studded tires by 2025 in what's being called an effort to maintain roads. Researchers say there is an estimated $20 to $29 million worth of damage on state roads due to studded tire use.
West Valley High School here in Spokane is reporting a confirmed case of whooping cough at the school. According to the district, all West Valley families have been notified and given instructions as to what to watch out for. Spokane Regional Health District says 4 cases have been reported across Spokane County last month and 2 were reported in December.
The Spokane mom says a gunshot tore through her South Hill apartment Sunday. Kirsten Berry says she woke up to find shattered glass and a mirror in her bathroom and a bullet near her son's bed. No one was hurt. Berry does not think the shooting was intentional. Police suspect a stray bullet came from her neighbor's apartment. The man who lives there is currently being evicted, but police have not been able to find him.
3 more Washington sheriffs are vowing to ignore a new state gun law. The sheriffs in Grant, Okanagan, and Lincoln counties have instructed their deputies not to enforce Initiative 1639. The law has already raised the minimum age to buy a semi-automatic rifle from 18 to 21. Beginning July 1st, it will also require stricter firearm storage and background checks. There are now more than a dozen sheriffs saying they will not enforce the new rules.
And coming up next on Good Morning America, Virginia's governor still ignoring calls to step down. Ralph Northam is asking for forgiveness, but fellow Democrats are now accusing him of being selfish.
And Bud Light using the Super Bowl stage to take aim at companies that use corn syrup. Why the corn industry is now saying it's disappointed.
Take a live look outside. This is I-90, and again, we have had many accidents along I-90, and many times it's just driving too fast for conditions. Those on and off ramps are slippery too. And around our region, we're going to hold on to some of this snow. 25 for our high today, tonight 11, tomorrow sunshine, Wednesday and Thursday during the day. Overnight, cold, single digits. Next chance of snow is really coming in Friday into Saturday with another Arctic blast coming in for the beginning of next week.
Kids, you should not be wearing your sweatshirt to school today. Listen to mom and dad.
Layered
and put the coat on.
GMA starts right now. We'll see you in about 25 minutes.